Oh, Shrek, come on, give me a kiss.
People love my blowjob face.
It's a dictionary of dicks. What's wrong with this?
And mostly when I play, I'm like, I'm blowing shit up.
We have a self-jerking machine.
That's hot.
Aw, Mario, stop touching me. I'm your brother Luigi.
Pre-recorded live from across these great United States. Sometimes you like to play with other things, but let's play with ourselves.
Hey guys, welcome to podcast episode number 21 of Let's Play With Ourselves. I am here, Gamerpixie, in the flesh, with my best bud, SuperPaulGames!
I'm in the spirit. Ooh, I'm haunting you. I watch you when you touch yourself, everyone. You stop it, sinners.
Haven't done that in a while.
That started out with Depression Cast today.
I haven't touched myself in a while. Doesn't seem like there's any point in doing it.
For what it's worth, though, I've had a frustrating week, too. Friday night, I streamed. That was a hell of a lot of fun. Pixie came by. I played bass, and then we all played Fibbage. That was a lot of fun on Twitch. I had not been on Twitch in 2 years. And then this week has been... Whenever you have one of those weeks where like you're always behind the 8 ball. Like yesterday, I got up, I'm going to do things! And then I had to take care of some stuff for my family, which took an hour out of my schedule. And then I'm like, I'm going to do some things. And I had to deal with YouTube copyright stuff that took 2 hours out of my schedule. And then I was like, oops, I'm going to go stream tonight. I wanted to stream at 11. And the week before Friday, I had bought XCOM Enemy Within. That's the DLC for XCOM Enemy Unknown. And it has a ton of stuff to the game, which is really cool. And I tested it already. So I'm like, all right, we're going to be good. So Tuesday night, 11 p.m. rolls around. I'm like, I'm going to stream it. I go to start it, and it won't start.
What? I
spend half an hour troubleshooting it. Then I go to Skype to verify the files, and Skype's like, nah, you gotta download like 7 gigs of more files. I'm like, you already downloaded it all. It worked like 3 days ago. So I had to spend an hour re-downloading it, which made about an hour and a half late. And then I'm about to go, and then there's a Windows update that took like 20 minutes right after that. So like 2 hours later at like 1 a.m. I was finally able to start. I'm like, this week,
I'm sorry. Well, did you enjoy the... wait. Yeah, Super Bowl was on Sunday, so did you enjoy the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, Super Bowl was really cool. I was glad to see Denver win, and they had the amazing defense. I don't know if Peyton's going to retire or not, but it was a good game, and I got lots of treats, so...
Jelly. I ate stuff, and I forgot it was Super Bowl Sunday.
Did you watch the end of the game?
No, my family doesn't watch football, so I was just like... oh my god, excuse me. I smoked a whole pack of cigarettes on the Super Bowl day. No, in honor of Super Paul.
So, how was your... Wait, let me do that again. That was like one line for me to say, how was your day, and I blew it. So how was like your week, or your day?
It was like, awesome. No, it was really simple. I uploaded the last episode of Friend Bo, and that was like, whatever. I had to re-record the last part of... Not re-record the... I had to re-record commentary for the last part because I got really mad and I wasn't able to articulate correctly how I felt about the game, so I had to do that. Or I didn't have to, but I felt like it would be the right decision. And that's about it. That's pretty much all I did. I mean, obviously I did other stuff, but that's the only thing worth telling.
Usually I record my audio and the game stuff all at once, but occasionally when I record them separately like that, I've had 1 or 2 times, too, where I'll say something really inappropriate, raging at a game, and later on I'll be like, I think maybe I ought to edit that one part.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, because, like, I think it was pretty funny, and even if it wasn't funny, it was, like, it was just kind of interesting to hear how mad I got about it, because what I did the wrongest thing, is I was already kind of mad, and then I binged, and I, like, played a ton of it, so I was already mad at the game. But, yeah, I was just like, you know what, I want to kind of get a point across, or, like, get my thoughts on the game across and out there, instead of, like, this game was dumb, because that's kind of what I did.
That's the end of my Assassin's Creed LP, though. It's just me going, rah! And any football game you watch me play, it's me. Like, I'm doing Madden now, and that game is so broken. And so, like, in half the game, like, I'm playing the other day, I'm like, these cunt dumbass EA developers don't know how to make anything. And the game is, like, literally 40% of the time after games when you're loading back into the menu screen for, you know, to see how the other teams are doing, like, 40% of the time it locks up.
Oh, that's great. That's a magnificent amount. I heard they were going for 50, but... God, they tried. They tried really hard. How was your week, man? Well, besides, you know, that.
Well, this week has been frustrating just because of the behind the eight ball thing. Last week was really good. I got a lot of videos recorded, and it was fun streaming on the weekend. I loved the Super Bowl. This week, I haven't done near as much. I did some Sims, and that's going pretty good. The little kids are growing up, and I did some more of the Star Trek game from the 90s, the 25th anniversary game. And that's an older game, so I'm on this mission. We're going to a planet, and you're like, really? Star Trek, a planet? I can't believe it.
Oh my God.
So
spaceship.
They give us all this backstory, right, when we're on their Enterprise about this planet, and there's these two races on the planet, and how they fought a war. And you can research that stuff on your computer before you leave. But I was like, fuck it, I'm going down. And so I beamed down, and the ship is like, oh, we can't get you back. And I was screwed. I couldn't access the computers back on the ship because they didn't design the game that way. And I accidentally deleted my last load, so it took me like... So I had to go back to a previous load and spend like half an hour to 40 minutes to get back to where I was before so I can just research on the computer before I beamed down. I was like,
Oh dear. Well, what happened? Well, what was it? Just like an enemy or like someone you didn't know about, and you kind of had to know about them?
Well, yeah. What happens is you land on this moon, and there's a door you have to get in, and you need the passcode. And if you don't research on the computers, you have no idea what the number is. And you can't, like, brute force it, because it's like a 5-digit number. They don't even tell you how many digits it is. So you just walk up there, you need a number, and what you have to do is read about the people, because one of the alien races likes, I think it's like base 3 mathematics, I mean, really exciting stuff, and they have some number that's sacred. And if you read all that, you're like, oh, okay, I'll write down the sacred number. But if you don't pay attention to the computer stuff, once you beam down, you can't get back to that.
Oh,
and
that's
you
kind of broken.
are fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well...
It was made in 1992, so I didn't get too mad at them. But I was stupid, as once I landed, I was like, I'll delete the other save and just save here. And, oh, that was a bad idea.
So it just ended up being kind of not great. But you survived being the, what would you say, the,
Stupid captain?
What would I call you?
They're like, Captain, we could fuck research. I'm going on the planet right now.
He's like, well, I mean, like, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to be beamed back into my own spaceship, so in my defense, y'all. I would have been mad. I would have been complaining about that.
I was mostly mad at my own stupidity of accidentally deleting the save I didn't mean to.
Yeah. No, I could see that being...
If it was a more modern game, though, I would have been furious that you couldn't call back. Because you can call back to the Enterprise, but you can't ask to access the computer. So, if it was a more modern game, I would. But since it was made in 1992, I'll cut it some slack, so...
Yeah,
that's older than a lot of my viewers.
Yeah, it's a year older than me. But I don't cut myself slack, so why would I cut something slack that's like a year older than me? Oh my god. No, that sounds pretty silly. But, like, yeah, I guess it is kind of an old game. I'm trying to think. That actually happened to me recently. Oh, yeah, that happened with Resident Evil. That wasn't recently, though. That was actually kind of a while back. But I was playing, and then I was like, oh my god, there's this place, and I kind of fucked up here. Now I have to go back to a saved game. And then my saved game was, yeah, like, really, really far away from where I was. And I was like, that's cool. Whatever.
Have you ever had that in an LP, and you're like, maybe I should just quit the LP now?
Yeah, actually... Man, no, there's actually one Let's Play where that happened, and it was like... Oh yeah! Frambo! I don't know why I didn't think about this. Frambo, the whole, like, my computer driver died and wasn't allowed to, be put back on my computer, so I had to play through, like, half an hour of the game. I'm gonna call half an hour. You can beat that game... How long do you think it would take to beat that game if you knew what was going on? Because all the forced dialogue...
I don't know. Can you go through force through the dialogue or not? Because I wasn't really playing it. I was helping Lauren play it, so I don't know if you could speed through dialogue or not.
You can yeah, I guess you can like speed it up, but it doesn't like. It's not like you No, it's actually a good question because what I thought is like when you're clicking through dialogue, you know, like obviously it speeds up the way like it's typed and all that, but I mean, it would have been easier if it just appeared on the screen instantly instead of typed through. There's a lot of games that do that where they're like, "Oh, look, we sped up the typing of the dialogue." And you're like, "No, just have it all appear on the screen at once." And then that would make things a lot quicker. I don't remember if Rambo did that, but yeah, that was like really stupid, and that's because I lost all my saves and I didn't know how save things works. Because I think you can go online and just get save games, can't you? There's a way to do that.
I don't know.
Oh.
I've never done that before.
There's a way of doing that. You could actually go and like download saves, but I didn't do it because I was already like really mad, which is kind of a dumb reason not to do it because I had to play through the whole game anyway, which was stupid.
I've made that mistake too. I'm not like, oh, you made a mistake, but when you're mad at a game...
I did. I fucked up.
I've done that too, where you're mad at a game, you're like, fuck it, I'm going to force my way through. I did that with Assassin's Creed, rather than be like, I'll do one episode here and do something else. And when you force yourself through, you can tell it in the videos, because you're getting pissed.
And I think you could only tell, like, maybe in that video that came up that I was like, oh yeah, you guys... Hey, this took so long, but it ended up not taking long because I didn't upload my videos that quickly anyway, so I guess there was really no rush, but I'd been putting off playing the game, because, you know, replaying all the way up to a certain point when it's like, you know, a adventure puzzle game, and a lot of it is dialogue, so you already know what's going on, and... I guess, to be positive, one cool thing that happened since I was able to replay it is I was trying to kiss that guy who was like, I'll give you the key if you give me a kiss. And I was like, I'll try and kiss him then. And I couldn't do it. But apparently you can kiss him. I just couldn't do it. I didn't
know that.
I think you can. Well, I was told you can, but I didn't see it. I didn't see him kiss there. I wasn't good enough to kiss that guy. I couldn't do it. I chose the wrong dialogue. But about that, I was pretty mad, so... What are you gonna do? Besides, play the game anyway and be like, I'm so mad, except for on that one episode.
I did that with that Star Trek one I just told you about when I had to replay stuff. Is when I was replaying it, there was one thing I didn't pick up. Because I was like, that wasn't important to the storyline. And then I get done with the mission, they're like, you have 95%. And before I had 100%. So I was like, I've got to go redo that again, a third time, so I can go pick up that one little thing that's not important to the story, so that I'll have continuity that it was 100% between this episode and the next. And I was just like,
Was it really that, like, important to the story?
Not at all. It's this dilithium crystal you walk into in a cave. Kirk can come down and, like, pry it off. You don't use it for anything. You don't show it to anybody. You don't use it for anything, and it's just, I guess, extra points for finding something.
I suppose so, because that seems kind of dumb, but whatever.
And then at the end, Starfleet Command is, if you don't get that dilithium that you don't need, they dock you 5 points. They're like, pretty good. You get the dilithium, they're like, great job!
You're like, you didn't even know that crystal existed until I picked it up. Come on, you guys. Fucking... space people in your short skirts.
Must watch more Star Trek now.
They did have really short skirts in Star Trek. The ladies wore like weird dresses. I mean, they looked really cute, but they were really weird for like professional spaceship environments.
They had some of those in the beginning of the Next Generation too, though, for like the very first season. In fact, once or twice in the Next Generation, the first season, you see guys wearing that. Not very often, but if you look one or two places, you'll see a guy with one of the dresses on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm not fucking with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they like...
I think they're trying to be equal opportunity, and then they just totally got rid of them, like somewhere between the first season or first and second season.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they're probably at some point just kind of like, this isn't, you know... This, well, I guess what they're wearing, I don't know.
Maybe we'll all wear space dresses in the future.
Very short 60s styles.
Yes!
Space dresses that, I mean, I don't know exactly. I like them. I think they're really cute, but I'm not sure as far as business attire how well they work. They look like walking Like, you know, they look like...
Are you saying they look like space hookers?
No, they don't look like space hookers. They just look like walking, Looks like a liability, like a problem in the workplace waiting to happen. Let's just say that. What?
Nothing, I didn't say anything.
I'm just saying. Although, I really do like Ahura. She looked really nice. And her hair was really pretty, too.
I agree.
Do the people look good in the game? Like, I know it's drawn, right?
Well, it's 1992 pixel art, so they were very limited in what they could do. But actually, graphically, it looks really cool considering the limitations of the time. And the storylines they did are really good. It really feels like you're playing a Star Trek game. Like, it's an hour episode like the old feel. And they have all the original, like, actor voices. It is probably the most Star Trek feel game I've ever played. That and the sequel to it, Judgment Rights.
They have voices in this game?
Yeah. Like,
Sweet.
William Shatner, did Kirk. I think that was the last game DeForest Kelley, who played Bones, was a part of.
Oh, wow. Well, that's actually pretty cool. I thought it was just text, but...
Originally, it was text, but then they came out with the CD-ROM version, where they got all the actors to do voices for it, and if you go on GOG.com, Good Old Games, they have the CD-ROM versions.
Oh, sweet. Jesus. I have to take a look at it. I've been boring lately. I've been sleeping a ton and not really doing anything. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I started that Silent Hill 4 playthrough, and I got to I want to say there's 6+ levels or something. I'm not entirely sure. And I'm on the 4th level right now, and I'm already I'm probably gonna have to restart this entire series.
How come?
Because I was going through just real quick info. I was on a certain medication. Now I'm off of it, but I recorded those videos while I was going through withdrawal. So it's it's really funny because it is this. I don't know if people know that I sound drugged, but I sound drugged to me, so I think it's really funny. But at the same time, it's just kind of oh my god, I just said so many things incorrectly. I used words incorrectly more than I usually do. And I also just it's kind of embarrassing. So I think I'm going to have to redo them. Also, I wasn't having fun when I was recording them, but I was it was really embarrassing because I would say things backwards. I would say the opposite of what I meant.
Oh, okay. So I'm not laughing at the situation, but I was thinking you meant The Shining, you're channeling the demon realm. Yeah.
No, that would be impressive, and then that would be oh my god, I don't think I could do that going through withdrawal. But no, I would just say stuff the opposite of what I meant to say, and it was just really annoying because I was oh my gosh, originally I was this is so funny because I'm a mess and I can just add subtitles in here, or subtitles. I can add little notes saying, or annotations being hi, I meant to say this and this is funny, and then I realized that I didn't want to do that because that's a lot of editing. Yes. And I'd just rather replay. I was I'd rather replay because it wasn't one of those things where I said in a 10-minute span, I probably said 5 things wrong. Which I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but for me that actually is. And then the way I said it, it was I'd say one thing, and then maybe 2 minutes later, I would mean to say the same thing, but I said the opposite of what I said. It's very frustrating. In fact, watching it recently, I was oh my god, I wanted to slam my face against my desk a couple of times because it was just so stupid. But it's positive. I'll actually have fun this time because I don't feel like I'm high.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Are you pretty sure you're going to return to it then? Or start over again, I should say?
Yeah, I'll start over. It'll be fun, and I don't know. It's just I'll be able to appreciate it more, and that's what I want. Cause I do Let's Plays, or whatever I'll call them, Let's Plays. That's what they are. I do Let's Plays for funsies, for the funsies, and I was not having fun while I was playing Silent Hill 4 or recently, and that's one of my favorite Silent Hills. So I was come on, let's have some fun with this. So. And I don't mind starting over because I feel better anyway. So I just am looking forward to it more because honestly, this is going to sound dumb, but every time I was recording, I was like, you know what it's like to be... Like, have you ever drank so much and then you woke up drunk?
Yes.
That's how I felt for, like, a week and a couple of days. So recording was, like, really, really shitty. So that's why it's kind of funny, and I'm really tempted to upload it, but I think I'll just pass on that. Is because you could really tell that I was trying to emote. I was, like, playing the game, and I'm like, what do I usually say? What do I usually sound like? And it was really funny because it sounded like I was being kind of like a synthetic Gamerpixie. So I might just take out certain parts and like best of for myself, but I'm gonna have to redo it, which it's fine because it'll be fun.
I think it's admirable though that you went and recorded all that even when you were going through that.
Oh well, thank you. It's yeah, I wish it worked out, but you know, whatever. To be positive, at least like playing it. Trying to look for a positive here. There's a positive here, and god damn,
I find once in a while
it.
when I have to redo something is sometimes when I play it a second time, it comes out better. It's tighter because who doesn't like it tighter? And you know, it's just I kind of had that with the Star Trek thing because I had to like redo that. I'm like Back to the Future today, but with Star Trek.
Hey, it's cool. Keep telling.
Because I had to, especially with adventure games like that, having to do it a second time where I knew a few of the puzzles, then it wasn't me going like, forever.
Yeah. And well, and that's where I'm like, okay, yeah, like I hadn't played Silent Hill 4 in a while, so I knew where most of the stuff was, but I was looking for, I was scanning for items because I don't exactly remember the location of each healing item and all that, so I'm already like 4 levels in, so when I replay it, I'll actually know where most of the stuff is. That way I can do everything in half the time. Plus, I came up with a lot of good jokes while I was high, but I wasn't able to say them because I was like, no, I was so out of it. Like, it was so stupid. But I did, like, and that's another thing, is that there were a ton of good jokes, and there was a ton of things I wanted to comment on and, like, talk about, be like, oh, I really like this part of the game, but I was so high that I like couldn't do it, which is pretty crazy. I don't know, for me it was very disconcerting, but yeah, so there was a positive about redoing it, is that I have more to say now, which is usually the opposite, but I got lucky.
I don't know, maybe it's smart. I know back in the day, there were a couple times where I drank too much, and then I Let's Played, and I uploaded them, and then when I go back and look at them, I have one episode of the movies where I'm just like, I love this friend of mine, and this friend, and this friend, and this friend. And literally, I go on about like half a dozen people, but I love these people, they're the best friends ever. And I'm like, when I go back and listen to it, I'm like, oh, I should not have recorded that.
You should PM me that episode.
Remind me afterwards and I'll find it. So
okay, because it sounds pretty hilarious. Yeah, so positives, more to say, be able to do everything in half the time, and it won't sound as drooly. I'm telling you.
You should just do a video like that where you don't even say anything. You just kind of make gross, drooly noises into the mic. Creepy thing is, like, that would be probably the next ASMR type thing, and you get huge.
ASMR videos are so funny. Have you ever, they're usually really long. Have you ever, like, just parked yourself on the couch or on your bed and listened to one, like, all the way through?
My friend Foxy used to send them to me, and I'd listen to them and be like, these are the weirdest things that crack me up.
They are really weird, but they're really funny. Like, there was one, I don't remember how it even went. It was about, it was hospital. Yeah, it was supposed to be like you're in hospital and your friend's talking to you. And it was so funny because this guy was like, how are you doing? You look really nice. I brought you some clean sheets. And I was like, what? I don't know. They always make me laugh and like, oh, I have an embarrassing story to tell. I forgot about it. It's not like mortifying, but it's pretty embarrassing. And it made me feel bad. A couple days ago, I yeah, I guess it is.
Are you gonna say you broke into someone's house and said that to them as they slept?
I brought you some clean sheets. No. No. Okay. So my mom started ordering the freaking Netflix discs and all that. We're getting 2 at a time, and there was this series that we were watching and we were keeping up with, and it was just like, yeah, whatever, having funs and stuff, and we had a rhythm like every other CD was that. And I kind of made a mistake, and I had messed up the cue, so there was, instead of the next disc in this series coming, I ended up getting 2 discs of stuff that I wanted to watch personally. So I felt kind of bad about that. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like hog up the queue and all that. But what I got was embarrassing because I got Scooby-Doo meets Batman. And then I got, which, by the way, was like,
is that like
amazing.
The old 60s one or whatever?
Yeah, like, and it's way worse than I thought it was. Like, I knew the voice acting, well, the voice acting actually isn't the worst. Voice acting is probably the best part of the entire series.
Zoinks.
But, zoinks! Like, it's really bad! No, it was really bad. The animation, I have a picture of Velma in a Neanderthal stance, which I need to upload to my Facebook. It's pretty funny. But yeah, it was, Batman and Scooby-Doo and stuff and funsies. And I kind of got it, like, I was introduced to it because I watched a YouTube poop and it had it in there, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta see what the source material was. So I knew it was gonna be really bad, and I was like, I'll watch this by myself. And my mom was like, oh, you want to watch Scooby-Doo meets Batman? And I was like, I guess if you want to. So I was kind of getting ready to be really embarrassed and all that. And what happened is I didn't end up getting embarrassed till the end of the whole ordeal. Because I sat down with my mom on the couch and we were watching it. And just like from beginning to end, everything about the production value was so bad that it made me laugh. Like, there are frames, there are drawings that I'm like, you did not, like, go back and think, maybe we should redraw Fred one more time. And I was laughing so hard at, like, almost every frame, like, some sort of, like, I don't want to call myself an idiot, but I was laughing like an idiot. And I was just laughing at every frame, and, you know, I'm just having a ball. And then midway through the episode, I look over to my mom, and she looks pissed as hell. Like, she looks mad. She wasn't, like, you know, really mad or anything, but she was not impressed. She did not find the still frames as funny as I did. So that kind of made me feel bad, and I was like, oh, do you want to stop watching? And she's like, no, we can keep watching. And I was like, oh my god, no, this is horrible. And then I looked back at the screen and I laughed at almost every other frame again. I was just having the time of my life. So I kind of got embarrassed there. That's my embarrassing story, is I laughed at Scooby-Doo like I was a child that the show was intended for. Although I was laughing at it for the wrong reasons. And then I also got Barbie Diamond Castle thing. I think it's a movie about a diamond castle.
Have you watched that one yet?
No. But it's here with me right now.
I was gonna say, maybe next podcast we should make you review that.
I could review it if you like. It's right here. I'll read you the sleeve thing.
Okay.
Barbie and the Diamond Castle. Barbie and Teresa share this enchanting tale about Liana and Alexa. They always have, like, I mean, those are real names, but they always pick the most pretty names. Well, I guess that makes sense. You wouldn't pick, like, an ugly-ass name for Barbie, would you?
Gertrude and Barbie went out today.
Gertrude and Helga. No, I think Helga is a pretty name. If your name is Helga, you're hot. Probably hot. Best friends who find a girl trapped inside a mirror. To free her from the glass prison, Liana and Alexa must put their fears aside and journey to the mysterious Diamond Castle. Along their noble but intimidating quest, What? Oh, did I say noble or loyal?
Noble.
Okay, good. Because my brain said loyal, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. The two girls encounter some tricky situations that seriously challenge their friendship and test their courage. So I will watch that. I saw the beginning of that one, and it had a song that made me cry, but I never finished it. Yes.
I want to see something that would really challenge them. What are they going to be like? You are the same thing I did? I want it to be more like, you ate my dog! We had to survive! Like, that would challenge it.
I think they don't have any dogs in this episode.
Because they ate them.
They might have. I don't know why, because I do remember in the beginning they're really poor, but they have nice dresses in bread and jam. There should be a game based off of this. So
You go write the Barbie people. You're like, I'm ready to play the game of this now, thanks.
I will play your games, but I can't promise that I'll promote them.
From what I've seen, though, most Barbie games aren't particularly well made, so...
They're not, which is unfortunate, because I don't know why. Wait, no, it's unfortunate that they're not well made, and it's also annoying, because I don't know why. I really don't know why it's not hard to make a good game.
They probably figure people are just going to buy it because of the Barbie name. I mean, they don't have to worry about it. It's like when you get movie license games that are crap.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Just drop something on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, I will do a review of Barbie in the Enchanted Butt Castle.
Wait, that's a different film than you just mentioned. I would have to look up after this. Is that a real film? It probably is. I'm like, whoa, Barbie, don't go. Well, do go in there.
Do go in the butt, Barbie. Like, it's cool in here. Was it a dead person's butt?
Well, if it was going to be sexy, you ruined it right away.
How would it be sexy, a woman climbing into a butt?
There's somebody who's going to like that fetish, I'm sure.
Someone's going to like a woman climbing into a dead butt, too.
I mean, right now you can probably look on Google. Well, I don't like that reasoning. You might be right. You're probably right.
Dead butt to electric boogaloo.
That was one of those moments when you start talking and you hear something and your brain takes like 2 seconds to be like, wait!
Wait a second! That's not right. You're not allowed in here.
Right now there's somebody listening who's like, oh man, I worked on my dead butt porno and nobody's going to want to watch it.
I walked on it too.
That's the noise he makes as he cries at the end.
He cries at the end of his movie.
I would love to see that when there's a movie that's really, really bad, the director comes out and just cries, is like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I really tried. I did.
I didn't want this to be any shittier than you did.
Barbie and Butt Castle. Ow.
That's what the person said when Barbie climbed into his butt.
Probably, I don't know. If you could fit a Barbie up his booty.
Now I want to contact the Barbie people and be like, I have an adventure for Barbie. She's a doctor and she's got to save Ken from butt-itis. Like,
butt-itis.
Like, Gamerpixie, look, I managed to make a cartoon where she does climb into his butt. They paid me for it.
My God, like, I'd be like, that's Mattel with 2 E's, Paul. I was gonna say T's. Does Mattel have 2 E's? T's?
I think so.
Oh, cool, good. I'm glad I didn't say that, because then that would have been funnier, actually. Whatever. Butts and castles.
Do you want to do some questions?
Yes, sir.
Alright, Master Ian asks, or he states, my question today is, if somebody were to break into your house, what would you use from your room to defend yourself? You want me to go first since I saw the question first?
My good looks. No, wait, what did you say? You solved the question?
No, well, I saw the question first. I didn't solve it. I was like, I have found the right answer.
You said you solved it, and then you were like, it was in an anagram, and I was like, geez, Master Ian Gamer, you're making us work really hard. Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Sweet cheeks.
When I first read this, I thought about my sword. I have a sword in the other room. But I was like, well,
like Sabia?
Oh, it's actually like a medieval reproduction sword. I'll show it to you sometime. I always tell the ladies that you want to see my sword, and they run away.
Shing! Ah!
Maybe Master Ian is asking this because he wants to know whose house to break into. We're just like, my lock is there, and here's where I hide the key.
And he doesn't know the exact layout of your house.
No.
Yet.
I like how you said my house. You pointed that out. I got like a musket in there, but that's not around here. So around my bed area, I have my guitar, but I wouldn't want to damage my guitar. So I think I have some laundry detergent. Maybe I'd throw that in their eyes. I'd be like, get clean, bitch! And they'll be like, ah!
I'm so clean now. I feel horrible.
Turn over so I can shove Barbie in your butt.
Do you have Barbie in a butt?
No, I could go...
Turtle power. Sorry. Barbie in a half butt. Turtle power.
I would go order one, like, to finish that humorous thing, but then somebody would come into my house and be like, why do you have Barbies? I'd be like, oh, you know. Butts.
You know. Butts. But no, you could probably go get a Barbie for like $5 at Target if you really wanted to do a Barbie butt.
I really don't want to do a Barbie butt thing.
But $5!
I'm sure there's a doctor somewhere who's been like, yeah, I've had to work on people that come into the emergency room because of Barbie butts.
And he liked every second of it.
His little daughter has a bunch of Barbies for some reason. Dad keeps bringing them home from work.
Oh, God. Dad, you're fucked up, man.
So what would you defend yourself with?
I have a flip knife.
Oh my God, you're so...
Or a gun.
You're so much better than me. You're like, I got a flip knife or a gun, bitch. Come on, try me.
I do. I have a 45 or a flip knife. So that's what I would use. If you're looking for the humorous answer, maybe... I have these color changing... what do you call these things when they got the lights at... I'm gonna ask Paul, but, like, see that? How it changes colors?
It's a candle that changes color?
Ow! Goddamn! Wow, I deserve that. I was getting attitude with Paul, so I let my hand drop really quickly. And I hit my...
It was musical, though. It sounded like a song. Oh, goddamn! Good gosh, y'all!
Kiss myself. No, it's a LED plastic candle. And it has, like, the most beautiful colors of it. It changes colors and all that shit. And I think what I would do... I'm so classy and all that shit. My beautiful bird. It's got bluebirds on it. It's got paintings of bluebirds and blossoms. And it's also shimmery. Also shimmer. So I would hope humorously that... Oh, it's made in China, too. What a surprise. I got it from the Oriental Trading Company. No, but if someone came in and was like, get up, I want your money.
You're making a song. I'm going to just edit this all together. Oh, good gosh, y'all. Get up, give me all your money.
Your money. No, you should do that. I would probably just grab the candle and then throw it at him or her. What?
Well, I just imagine you throwing it, bouncing them off, and they're like, aha, real funny, and then you shoot them.
That's so funny. Oh my God. No, well, and what I'd hope is that, like, you know, comedically, after I hit them with it and it falls on the ground, they're like, what the fuck was that? And then, you know, the room's all dark, and then maybe a couple seconds later, the candle turns on by itself. And it makes a loud clicking sound, because that would be funny, but... So if you're looking for humorous things... Why? Are you gonna come into my bedroom?
Well, Master Ian knows whose house to break into, apparently.
Yeah.
He's like, I just have to wear sunglasses to Paul's or a face mask and I'm good.
Face mask? Well, we don't know. You're like a... what is he, a doll man? You're a doll man, Master Ian. His profile a doll, Paul.
Oh, okay. yeah, the profile picture. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, oh, his profile picture on YouTube. Okay, I follow you.
I'm like, you're a doll man. I was like, I had to tell Paul because his face was like, excuse me, what are you saying about our listeners?
I was like, I'm not following you right now.
You're a doll man, okay? Yeah. I like how I failed so bad because I was like, are you gonna break into my room? And then I was trying to be like a creep about it, and then I just failed. Yeah, so if you do break into my room, you better say something like,
hi, I broke into your room. That's what they say when they break into your room.
Yeah,
I'm so awkward if I broke into your room or somebody's room. I probably wouldn't wake them up and I'd just stand there awkwardly like, now what do? I don't want to be rude and wake them up. I didn't plan this far ahead. I better just leave.
You gotta be like a cat burglar and then go around and then like grab something, meow, and then be like later as you're driving home, I really hope that I put that you know, like that freaking false book back exactly where it was. That's something I would freak about in your house.
Gamerpixie is gonna break into your house and just start playing some funky music. Freak out!
Stealing your shit, y'all.
She rapped for me and then she left with my things. I didn't know how to act, officer.
No, they'd be like, and then the officer turns to the camera, this could be you. And then it just fades to black and goes to a commercial.
The freak out bandit. You want to do another question?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you answered that one serious, because my answer for this one's not very good. Eccentric in Texas says, here's the scenario question. As soon as I read that, I worried. I was like, do not get Gamerpixie started on scenarios, because then that's how I end up in trouble.
Oh, yeah, baby.
You win a trip to the International Space Station. Upon boarding it, you produce a chopstick or a sharpened toothbrush and take over the station in the first ever incident of space piracy. The question is, what do you choose as your space pirate name? My answer?
Chopstick?
Well, you could use a chopstick, sharpened toothbrush. He's just saying, like, you have...
Sharpened toothbrush?
Yeah, it's like prison style. You don't want to shoot a gun in there and, like, blow out the pressure.
I wasn't thinking about guns. I just wasn't thinking about sharpened toothbrushes.
Well, the point was, though, what is your space pirate name going to be?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna latch on to that.
Oh. It's okay.
Because first off,
you're like, that's not how you...
pirate
okay.
has to have some good weapons.
But you think, like, NASA or SpaceX is going to let you carry a bunch of swords onto a spaceship?
I'm gonna wear a ton of medals on the spaceship.
Like award medals?
Magnetize them
like...
together. Like the pin medals.
Well, so it's going to be like... So you're like some sort of James Bond shit, where you get all these little, like, Disney medals that looks like, oh, it's a little goofy one, and you just put them all together, and they form like a knife.
Like a fucking... I'll take off a belt. I'll have, like, a belt, and then I will have a magnetized belt, and I will stick the pins on the magnetized belt, and I will put the belt, like, loop it a little bit. Not around me, but, like... That'd be pretty cool, though. You'd be like, oh my god, yeah, I will loop this belt around me, and I will, like, go across the space thing, like, floating about, and I will stab into people.
Are you gonna, like, hula hoop to move it, like, around, like you're some sort of James Bond villain?
Yeah, why not? I could
be like, Death Spiral!
Oh my god, stop pricking me, dude.
Does that mean you don't kill anyone? It just pricks them? They're like, what the fuck? Hey.
Well, have you seen Disney pins? They're pretty small.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess what I could do is, like, create... No, I'm just thinking of making a belt of spikes via Disney pins. And then whip people with it. And then they'll, like, be really, really hurt. Okay, well then I commandeer a spaceship.
The International Space Station.
Oh. Pirate name.
I'll give you a moment. Mine would be Paul.
Oh.
Yeah. See, that's the... I remember...
It's really fitting.
Thank you.
Sorry,
I thought it might work
asshole.
for me, maybe.
Okay, keep going.
When I was in French class in high school, the teacher was like, all right, there's this page in the book with a bunch of names that are like French-type names. You got to go pick one. So everybody in the class is going through, and someone's like, I'll be Jean-Luc, I'll be Luke. And it gets to me, and the teacher's like, what name you want? I like Paul. And she's like... But
you're so sassy, Paul.
It was on the list. I'm
yeah,
like,
I know,
it's right here on the list.
Been...
And she's like, no, the idea is for us all to pick a different name and have fun and be French. I'm like, you said something on the list. It's on the list. We're done here.
Oh my god!
And that's my name.
Look at this sassy bitch.
So everybody else in
space.
Well, I'm gonna be sassy in space too, just like on.
So, Paul Beard the pirate.
It depends on if I had a beard or not. I guess. So just be Paul. Just why not?
Paul.
It's a pirate you can approach. Come on, we need that. I'm a friendly pirate. Unless you fuck with me.
I don't think you understand the pirate. What are you drinking with?
Heineken.
Oh. I would make a joke about that, but I'm not clever enough right now. I was like trying.
Well, this is one of those things, like when Gamerpixie has to put up with me where I'm stubborn on. I'm just like, this is how it is. And she's like, it could be fun. I'm like, no, I'm not fun.
I'm like, you're a teacher. I'm trying to teach these kids and just make sure that the person looking through that painting with the eyes cut out doesn't fire me. Thanks, Paul. Since you didn't choose another name, that man got fired.
She didn't get fired, but she did hate us. Because those classes were taught over closed-circuit television from another school. So we could interact. She taught 2 different schools. Her school there, well, 3 technically. Her school there, our school in another district. We were so bad, at the end of the year, she swore she would never teach our school again. And years after that, that school would never teach ours again over the thing. So,
wow.
So we were like pirates. We did what we wanted. We broke things and stole things.
You were not. What did you do that was so piratey? I'm going to have my real name. Is that...
I'd like to imagine you and I go to steal the International Space Station, and we don't get to take it over because we're too busy bickering because you're giving me grief about my pirate name. You're like, I've got a good pirate name. You should. I'm like, Paul's a good pirate name. It's got a P in it.
Yeah, but P for pirate. P for... puny pirate.
Well, I'm not saying I'm puny pirate. That wouldn't be my name. What would your name be?
Puny the pirate.
I'm gonna be a pirate someday when I grow up.
Rah, arg, just like my daddy. Pirate. That's not even funny, but this is Puny the pirate. I like it. I like it. You see, look, watch this.
Okay.
Prepared to get your
freak on? Are we back to the freaking thing?
Face blown off.
Ah.
That's a form of freakonomics. Sorry. I don't know. So I was thinking maybe Asteroid Belt the pirate.
Because of the belt? Ah.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Comet Dust, because they take a lot of drugs. Or Stardust would be actually better, but Stardust does feel kind of like a
Neil Gaiman film?
Is that the name of that film?
I believe so.
Stardust? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's probably what I was thinking of. I was thinking, it sounds like a casino. There were like casinos around here called Stardust. Comet Belt, the pirate. Galaxy Gal.
Nobody's gonna be scared of Galaxy Gal, though.
No one's afraid of Paul either.
They would be if I kill enough people.
Yeah, they would be. But okay, then me too. Galaxy Gal, they'd be like, Galaxy Gal, the girlies gal.
I like the Asteroid Belt one,
pirate.
though. I like pun type things, so I'm like, it's got a double meaning.
Belt. Well, I was trying to think, what's another word for, is there a word that starts with, Galaxy Gal, the most gruesome pirate. There you go.
That's a long name.
I was trying to think of a word. Galaxy Gal would be fun, though. GG. GG.
Is that what you leave, like, after you take over places, that's your calling card, you write, like, in blood?
GG. Arg. Le Paul and GG have taken over the International Space Station. If we're gonna play that kind of game. Nah, I do like Asteroid Belt the pirate. Or Star Eye.
That's
Star
cool.
Eye the pirate. Yeah, Star Eye the pirate is really good. How about... you could call Pirate Nova. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's a cool name. I like that.
Yeah, I like Nova. How about...
I was waiting for that. I was like, if we go long enough, the birds will show up. I was like, I'm going to drag my feet a little long so we can get the birds.
Gonna be a joke. I got hit on the head by something heavy.
Too bad it didn't happen, like, right after you, like, hurt yourself earlier when you're like, ow. And then
Nah. It's Northern Cardinal o'clock, you guys. Do you have cardinals where you live?
In the warm weather, yes. Not during the winter.
Mm. Oh. What? Okay, so I'm going to add on to this question. Because I think, okay, Paul's going to be Paul. I'm going to be Star Eyes or Asteroid Belt. Star Eyes the Pirate. Oh, I like Star Eyes the Pirate. That's a good one. I'm gonna add on to this. Paul, so my weapon was the belt. What's your weapon? Is it a chopstick with spikes on it?
I want it to be making people depressed.
It's what you should have said. Should have said, like, what are you going to attack him with in your bedroom, my depression? That would have been really mean. I'm sorry, but I would have said that. I would have laughed so hard. I tried to be like, my God, Lux, and then I realized we're in the dark, so.
I'll make them really depressed about life and the trueness of life, and then you can cut them up with your belt while they're sad. And then, when they're dying, I'll be like, I told you to be sad. See, bad things happen.
My God, that fucking Paul Pirate. Yep. Okay, you gotta come up with another name.
What? No.
Come on.
That's my name, is Paul.
Can you be Stardust?
No, it's a girl name.
Star Eyes
no.
the Pirate?
It sounds like a girl name.
Black Hole the Pirate.
That sounds like a porno name. Hey, baby, I'm Black Hole the Pirate. Everything enters and it doesn't come out.
Well, that sounds very unappealing.
Exactly. They're going to all laugh at me. I don't want a pirate name where they're going to laugh at me.
You're going to make them sad. You're going to be like, I'm killing you and my name is cheesier than yours, Fred. And I'll just hit him and I'll prick them so much it's going to be like they're getting an allergy test.
Maybe Friend. Could that be my pirate name? That'd be awesome. Hey, everybody, my name is Friend. I'm your friend. Stab, stab, stab. My name was ironic because I'm not really your friend.
Ah! Or unless you're like one of those friends.
You're stealing my depression move. That's when we have to stop and be pirate huddle. No, that's mime attack. You have your own belt attack. Mine is depression. Thank you.
I'm like, but I'm like Boy Wonder. I can get some of your powers.
I thought you were the leader though, because you had the better name. See, I'm the sidekick, so I can just be Paul as the sidekick.
You're the leader. Oh. You're the leader. Seniority. You've been a pirate longer than me. That's not true. I've probably pirated way more things than you have.
Yeah, I don't usually pirate things.
You don't pirate. I pirate things when they're like impossible to get. Not that that's a good excuse, but it
like my neighbor's baby. That look on Gamerpixie's face was like, oh shit, where did I put that baby? I gotta feed that thing, I think.
Where? Shut up. Baby. Why are you crying now? Been yelling the whole time. No, there's no babies where I live. It would be hard. It would be hard to get a baby. Because there's like no babies.
I hope you mean your house and not like your neighborhood, because it sounds creepy when you say it like your neighborhood.
My neighborhood's filled with old fucks. Old people. Like really old people. They're like, wanna come over for coffee? Like, not if you have a baby. They're like, I don't.
Is that how your conversation goes? They're like, wanna come over for coffee? And you're like, you got a baby? No. Sorry.
Wah, shut up. They got babies too. No, the babies live in the city, where babies belong. In the fucking city. No, I'm kidding. As if it's really a city here. So there's no babies in the city either.
I know there are some babies somewhere in the state you live in. There must be.
Do you need me to go take a picture of a baby for you?
No.
And get it arrested? It'll be like, Asteroid Belt was arrested today.
That could be your sidekick. You need your own Padawan, right? If you're going to be a pirate? That's how it works?
A baby sidekick?
Well, you're planning for the future.
I don't, but they grow up.
Ideally, yes.
But
you're not going to put the baby on the ground and be like, baby, attack! It's not doing anything.
Well, then why would I have a baby as a sidekick?
Well, you're planning for like 20 years down the road.
Yeah, but I don't want to do things 20 years down the road, mister. I ain't got time. I'll have to be retired by that point.
I didn't survive being a space pirate this long by not thinking down the road.
Okay, Paul. You tried really hard with your space pirate self. No, okay, so tell me, give me hints. Hints. I don't know. What are hints? I don't know why I asked for hints. Give me pointers. Space Paul, pirate.
Well, first of all, what are we going to do with the International Space Station? Once we have
I don't know.
We can't go anywhere.
I don't know. But we did it for a reason, so we got to figure out why we did that.
They have a cool 3D printer on there. Maybe we wanted to make space dongs. Just fill it with space dildos and leave.
Ahar.
It's a really mean prank. We go and kill everybody and do that, and look, they were space dildoing each other to death.
I love Pirate Paul. It was really mean. Ahar, but sometimes you gotta be mean to be a pirate son.
You can't be nice. Once you go soft, man, no respect. Then you're like, pull over your spacecraft, and they just laugh and leave.
And the Jetsons are there, because they're in space. Can we kill them too?
What? I've never heard anyone that hates the Jetsons before, except for you.
I don't hate them, I just don't want them to live.
I'm starting to think that maybe you're more of an intense pirate than I am. I'm like, I just want to make people look like
You're
they have...
thinking it was kind of mean to come onto the space station and kill people. And I'm the one who whipped it to death. As you were like... What were you doing again?
I was using the 3D printer to make space dildos.
That's what I helped you out afterwards, though.
You know what I'd like to imagine is I'm like giggling to myself as I make them, and I turn around, look, space star eyes.
Stay star eyes.
Like I'm gonna turn around and show you that I made all these to embarrass them, and then I turn around and they're all dead everywhere because you killed everybody. As they float
they're all
in space.
like floating,
yes.
and their blood is floating too. That would actually be pretty cool, and you could walk through their blood.
I'd rather not, but.
Well, whatever, pirate son, Paul. See, this is how much you could tell that Paul wanted to be a space pirate. He didn't even rename himself. He's not gonna put on his swashbuckling panties. And there you go. But he will desecrate the dead with dildos.
You got to.
Really?
It's our calling card, right? We need a calling card of some kind. You didn't come up with a better one.
I didn't come up with any.
See, exactly.
I didn't know I had to. Okay, mister.
It's all about reputation. Like, if you look at the pirates of old, like, Blackbeard or Calico Jack, when they had unique flags, part of the reason they have that branding is when you see that flag goes up, you like, that guy's fucking nuts. I better give him his shit, or he's gonna kill me.
People are gonna laugh at us, though, because they're gonna see dicks.
With that attitude, if we walk onto a ship and I'm like, put your hands up, you're like, they're gonna laugh at us. That's not the way to start off a piracy attack.
So now you have a gun?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure, why not? Fuck you.
I can get one.
Where did you get a gun, Pirate Paul?
Well, the same place anybody does. You go to the store, or I could bring my musket with me. If I miss on the first shot, those going to take a while to reload in space. I don't know how the hell I'm going to reload that in space.
Are those... Yeah, those are the ones where you...
Muzzle loaders,
the
yeah.
down thing. Yeah. Oh, God, those things must have sucked butt to use. Don't bring that on the ship, please.
You are the least supportive pirate partner ever. You're like, your name's not very good. Please, you're going to embarrass me? Okay? I'm like,
okay,
sorry, Star Eyes. I'm trying.
I apologize. I apologize. Star Eyes is not the commander-in-chief of pirateness here. You are. And I challenged you, and I apologize, pirate.
Realistically, though, you look like the more competent pirate that I'm making space dildos with the 3D printer, and you're actually killing people so we can take shit.
I'm killing people with belts, which is pretty intense.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. Something about Disney pins being attached to them just seems to deteriorate my...
I think it's better. Plus, you don't want to shoot a gun off in the International Space Station because you don't want to poke a hole in the wall and, like, depressurize it.
You know, and then, well, we could always just put a dead body up against it. Like that movie.
What movie?
After Earth. That didn't happen in After Earth. Will Smith didn't get caught up against a hole. No, it's... I want to make sure that you're taken care of. I'm just showing some pirate compassion, okay? Harg. I just want to make sure that when you go out there to pirate, that you'll be okay and safe. And I just want the other kids to laugh at you. Harg.
The other space pirates?
Yeah, the other space pirates.
With better space names?
Like... Celestial...
Donger?
That's kind of what I was going to say. But I was going to say cock, and I was like, I'm so on today. No, Celestial... what is that set of space terms? There is no up and down pirate.
Well, I liked your asteroid belt. That one was really good.
Asteroid Belt and Star Eyes, I do like Star Eyes, even though it doesn't necessarily mean that it would be like a... Sounds like a cowboy name, actually. Star Eyes.
For a cowboy? What? No. That sounds like a girl name. I've never seen some cowboys. It's Brokeback Mountain.
Cowgirl Night, the Brokeback Mountains, which was a funny movie. I don't remember if I told this story on the podcast, but when I was watching Brokeback Mountain, but I forgot what that was, and it was when it kind of came out, and I, like, that movie's bad, okay? And I don't want anyone to be like, oh, you're saying gay people are bad, because, no, it's a fucking horrible movie, okay? Watch it. Like, when I was watching it, or maybe, well, I know I do miss the beat every so-and-so, but I do production value that movie was not great, and the acting was okay. But, when I watched that movie, I didn't remember what it was, so, like, for the longest time, because they were trying to show lust between the characters, but it just looked like they wanted to kill each other. And I know it's like, they could kill each other in bed, but I was convinced that they were going to kill each other. So when they were sleeping in the same tent, and then Heath Ledger, like, moved really quickly, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna kill that Donnie Darko guy, and then he had sex with him instead, but I thought he was gonna kill him, and I got really scared. And then when he had sex with him, I got really happy. I was like, yay, they're not killing each other. And Heath Ledger's kind of a hot guy.
That he was.
Yep. So, space pirate names Paul.
And Asteroid Belt, or Star Eyes, whichever you're in the mood for, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Come on. Just try. What was the name you'd give yourself?
Paul. I'm good with that. I'm comfortable.
What about Space Cowboy?
No.
That sounds kind of, you know.
How about Glenn?
Glenn? The space pirate?
Yo, everybody, I'm Glenn. I'm gonna be robbing you today. Does that work? No.
Are you a waiter?
No. I don't wait. I do it right now.
Whoop. Did we get any other questions?
Those are all the questions.
Okay. Well, how long do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up. Thanks for watching, everybody, for episode 21 of Let's Play With Ourselves. It was great hanging out with Gamerpixie. Gamerpixie is always Star Eyes.
What does hydroepoxy mean? What is that?
I don't know. Isn't that some water-based epoxy? Like water-based glue, I think? I don't know.
Hydroepoxy? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, sorry. You distracted me. Space Paul. Glenn Beck.
No, that's an evil name. Thanks for watching, everybody, and listening.
Bye, you guys. Ooh.